It's still secure, so probably in front.
All right.
I went downstairs and put the hat on my lap as I went to sit and continue my breakfast.
All right. As two of you are already downstairs and Ragnar's still preparing his gear, Olgu's go behind the counter and starts polishing up the space, and he says, Senoras, if you don't mind me asking, what is your plan? Not to be offensive or rude, but if you'd like to stay here, you're more than welcome to. But do you plan on staying here the rest of the day and wait out the activity, or would you be traveling off? Either is acceptable to me. I just would like to know and prepare for your departure accordingly.
I think we'll be hitting the mines and we'll come back.
Escosi?
The mines, the mines in the mountainside outside of town. I've
Mm-hmm.
heard that there are activities, strange ones.
See, the mines are still currently closed, however, as I'm not sure by activities, but creatures have come from it. That is correct.
What kind of creatures are there any details regarding these creatures?
Hmm. Omanin, di ko alam. Pero perhaps those are the kind that at least are strong enough to have pushed away quite a few of the miners there. Not all of the miners are quite strong, I must admit, but to have scared off at least 20 men from their livelihood must be a bit serious.
Hmm.
Would you say the creatures look nightmarish?
I personally have not seen.
I see.
Uh, there is a lady by the docks near the more popular district. If you find her, she's the one in charge of commissioning miners for work. It wouldn't be hard to find her. She's quite a stocky lady. Her name is Garcia. You can probably find her.
Have we
Big
spoken to
woman.
her? I
Yes.
looked to. Oh, yes. Okay.
As I come down the stairs.
Ah, so you have already met Senorita Garcia.
Yes.
Pleasurable woman, is she not? And he says it with sarcasm.
I just nod, give a tired sigh.
Well,
I
she would be the
remember.
best person to talk to if you look for information from mine. She is mostly responsible for whoever is traveling in and out of that situation.
Well, that can be our way out of the city. Where we just go to her office, uh, ask for minimal payment and getting smuggled out of the city to the mines in a discreet cart. And that will be our pay to deal with whatever is inside.
Hmm.
Oh, wait, I didn't long
See,
rest.
see. Yeah, everyone can click long rest if you haven't yet.
Okay.
Lisbeth, why do you look so tired? You just sleep.
I take a drink of coffee and it's like, oh, I'm alright now.
You wish there was coffee. Coffee's super rare in this world.
Uh,
They're probably
you
like the
think
port wine.
Yeah.
you think it was coffee. It's the placebo effect taking in.
All right. Yeah, Raul just sort of mentions very briefly. Uh, if you plan on dealing with Garcia, it would be best to expect the unexpected. She is a hard driver for bargains, and it is very difficult to get what you want exactly out of her. You might be paying more than she's worth, but surely she is the best person to discuss this with, at least to my knowledge.
Fair enough.
Oh well, as I finish my breakfast, shall we go to her to ask for her aid on a quest?
Yes, I guess that is a place for us to start. And at the very least, she has met us before. What was it that she called us? Weak? She probably
Oh,
wouldn't believe that the room is going about it for us.
that we practically survived hell.
Oh,
Yeah.
that were murderers.
Yes. Of many, many people. in fact.
Yes.
Oh,
He seemed like a self-centered individual. If we just offer to deal with her problems for the price of being smuggled out, she will most likely agree.
yes. Alright, I guess it's decided then.
Worst case scenario, I have some proof of value, and I will go check him in my either backpack or components pouch, and get some like cloth out and roll them out. It's the 3 imp bodies I looted from the eggs. How are they looking?
Surprisingly, as you look at the imps, they don't look like they've aged a day.
Nice. I can make good potions with them.
You
It's good.
kept those?
Yes, you saw me take them out as soon as they hatched.
I didn't know. I was
Actually,
scouting ahead.
oh yeah, sorry. They didn't hatch. We broke the eggs and then I cut them. See, look at how red those scales are.
It's
Actually, as you're looking at it now,
Yeah.
I'll let you roll for nature or arcana with advantage to see if there's anything that sparks your intuition on what you could do with these, or at least with the organs that they have.
can
Shit
I
for 18.
no, I think
18. All right. With 18, at least looking at it very quickly, you can see that the imps have really scrawny bodies,
Mhm.
but at their necks there's like multiple gills, but they're very rough. And there's like a gas sac in the middle to let them sort of like release this toxic gas, and it sparks up and suddenly creates this burst of flame. You know how to use this volatile sac, we'll call it, into a potion of fire breath.
Mhm.
There might be more, but you'd have to spend more time on it in a laboratory or like really investigate it.
My hope would be to have grounded the scales off to make fire resistance.
It's not impossible, so you could spend some time to see if that's possible.
That's where I took them. Perfect.
Yeah.
Put them back in my little cloth.
How
Look,
big is the
Hmm?
how big is the imp for each one?
They're small, they're in eggs. They didn't hatch yet.
Yeah, but how big are the eggs?
Don't know. Probably like hand-sized, I would guess. DM, tell me if I'm wrong.
I'm sorry. What did you say? Probably what size?
How big is
my-
the imp?
Yeah, probably about the hand size.
Oh, I thought it
About the
was.
size of this PLA. About the size. A little smaller than
I
this.
see. I see. I thought. So it's the size of a almost a human baby.
Half of an ostrich egg is probably how I would describe it.
Ostrich egg is pretty big.
Yeah, size of a
Half
mug,
of it.
if it's half.
Right?
If
Yeah.
it works.
Size of a big mug. Like a pint,
Mhm.
I guess.
Ah. Ew. Still. Ew. And to think that they haven't spoiled or show any sense whatsoever is it amazes me, but ew.
Oh, they're fine, they're fine. And I look at the
I-
corner at our host, which probably passed out doing the.
All right. So what does the party do?
We go to what's her name again? Stocky lady
Garcia,
Garcia.
Garcia, I think.
Yeah.
I want to
Yes.
send a sending, but I'm still typing it out. I'll let you know later.
Who goes first? Me and Lisbeth are
Uh,
not very sneaky. Do you want to go first or second after we
look.
draw the attention?
looks like it is time for me to shine again as I put on my hat, and then there's this long strand of beads that covers part of my face, and all right, I'll be at the front.
Is
All right.
do we still have Ender rules?
I think she
Enderos
took it with her.
outfit. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
hat.
did.
Too bad.
When she met up with Turok, she had the outfit in her pack.
Okay. Lisbeth uses her sending stone to send this to Lester.
Okay, all right. Lester, the worker
Yeah.
from your area, right? Okay.
Yep.
I haven't heard from that guy in almost
Yeah.
a year.
Who? Who? What?
A year
Okay.
in real life, and in game it's probably been months.
Mm.
Like one at most.
Like
All
yeah,
right.
like one.
As you send this, Lester, how is everyone? There may be rumors about it. Soon you begin to hear a voice inside your head going, "Ah, shoot, we're all right here, ma'am. It looks like a lot of us are doing rather okay. The people have taken me kin to be a leader." That's all he says. They're doing fine. They're not too bad, and he's now the pseudo leader.
Lisbeth,
Brockmore fell off.
ask them about ask them about the orcs.
Wait, sorry, what? He's now the pseudo leader?
He
Yeah,
is a
that's
pseudo
what he
leader.
said.
Yeah,
He
sorry,
was the last one
my
you guys
father
left in charge.
my father called for me, so I missed a bit. So he's now the pseudo leader. Did he say anything else? No.
No, he basically just said that they're doing okay, not too much trouble. The people have taken a kin to him as if he's a leader, and that's
Nice.
all he says because he could only say 25 words.
Nice. Um, I guess. Oh yeah, the sending stone is just once a day. I'll ask him tomorrow then. Good. Okay. But yeah, I'm
You,
very proud of him. Sounds like he has more of a backbone now, huh? Good on him.
how
He
long
was
have
so
we left?
meek before.
How
2
long have
weeks?
we left
Um,
it?
3 weeks?
We
A
left for
little
only
longer than that,
3 weeks.
about a month and a week.
Oh, okay.
Because you traveled 3 weeks back to, well, 2 weeks back to New Crest Hill. From New Crest Hill, you got teleported
Oh yeah.
to the village of Heinfell, and then you had to go through the forest and arrive here, and you've been here for a while.
Wait, was it
So
2 weeks
about
New
a month
Crest
and a
Hill?
half. 2 weeks to New Crest Hill from the Shallow Song Valley.
Yeah, oh,
Wasn't it
I thought it was
just
a
2 days?
week.
I think it was 3 days.
Damn, we're consistent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was about a week. It
For
was
different
less than a
answers.
week. But it's not 2 weeks because we rushed there to
That's
talk
right, that's
about
right.
what
And we
happened.
had a
Yeah.
roll, and you're fine. Yeah,
So
so
that means we're about 1 month lah.
A month.
about 3 weeks off. Yeah, you're 3 weeks away from
Okay,
from
cool.
your area.
Okay.
I thought it was a year that we left.
What?
It
No?
feels like it.
It feels like it. We've been through so much, and the swamp, it's been a nightmare to go through, and then this happens. You know, we have to help the nobility, and then we got transported. You know, the process of getting transported to hell, where everything is distorted, and we've been flying in the air for God knows how long.
Portals. SMH.
It's like
All right, so what do you
infinite
guys do now?
corridor things.
You've been a corridor a little bit, yeah.
So
I just binge watched Castlevania, so
Best anime, to be
didn't
honest.
watch it yet. So Brockmore would have been to the Shadow Song Valley for the past what, 10 days, 2 weeks? Then
That's right. Since you've passed the swamp, it would have been about 10 days, yeah.
after
He
the
may or
lady,
may not be. You don't actually know. 'Cause
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
in
thing.
theory, you would have taken him
A little bit more
Right.
than that, probably. Unless he rushed. So what do you decide to do now?
I think we are walking to Senorita Garcia's office near the
Okay.
docks as we
All right.
reliving the history of our lives.
Okay. Okay. Everyone roll for stealth. For Ragnak and Lisbeth, it's not necessarily involved about noise. It's more about staying inconspicuous. You don't have to roll with disadvantage. Fridges
Nice.
does roll with advantage because you have the outfit.
Oh.
Oh, thank God.
It's funny how everybody assumes I have heavy armor when I have 16 AC.
Oh,
I
right.
I roll
Right,
I
right.
roll with advantage and it's 8 and 7, dear God.
So 11, 11, 19, 30, 30, 38, 38 divided by E.
I
About
think it's
32,
probably
12.
because how's this outfit? Do I still blend in? It's like, no.
He keeps playing with the beads in front of his hair.
Hmm.
As you walk past town, you do, especially since you're coming from sort of a midway point between the artisans district and the royalty, and you're making your way to the paupers area. So it's a little bit of a mix of different types of social classes. Even in the market in the artisans district, you do see some nobility sort of shopping around. You do notice that there are also poor people working and purchasing their daily necessities for whatever type of livelihood that they might have. You do notice, however, that as it's cloudy, there's a strong sound of waves coming from the Western Ocean. And you're walking down into the Paupers District, you do hear the waves crashing onto the port. And one thing that you do see coming from here is there's this big galleon ship. Can fit about probably 200 or so men onto them. It's quite big. It's closing near to the port, and it looks like the people by the dockside are preparing for it. It's big, it's beautiful, dark brown with white masts, and it has the logo of a scale. So a scale but tipped off into one side. And here is the logo of like red blood, like a teardrop except it's red. And here on the other side is stacked and stacks of coins, indicating that blood is heavier than the coins. It's still quite a ways away. You're passing through it now. It'll probably take about 30 minutes more before it can safely dock, safely anchor down in the docks. But that is something that seems to be seems to be something that people are looking forward to, or is an event that is happening today. Not much takes place aside from that. You'd spot a few guards, mostly asking around a couple of houses, but it's not like a platoon of guards. You notice like two by twos, like buddy buddy system, just knocking on a couple of doors. You don't know if it's about you, but you do notice them going door to door. You notice also as you pass by from the artisans district to the docks, there's the entrance where you came from, and that place is closed. It's closed as in it's sealed, and there's two guards on each side, and there's a watchtower. Although from there you can't really see if there's a guard. You're able to make it to Garcia's small little oficina, and it's really just a house converted into like a business space, and it's really crappy and stinky. You can see that the door is rotting from mold as it is closer to the seaside, and it's wood and it's not properly done. So it's quite dank and dirty, and you can see mold happening on every exterior.
I remember now. It's basically in the fishers' living quarters.
That's right.
Fishermen.
That's right. You approach closer to Ragnak and Lisbeth. It's a little bit more familiar to you. To Frigis, this is the first time you've gone down this route. So you've always had the idea that Tarugo is fancy, and this is the first time you've gone to the slums, pretty much. And as you've gone here, you notice that there are some few fishermen who have like pretty much just overalls, somewhat, except they're not made out of jeans. Most likely like flax, who don't have shirts, really dark brown skin, and really bleach blonde hair, probably from diving down into the ocean too much. And quite a few of them look towards your direction wearing your fancy clothes, and you see them going whistling towards you, catcalling you, but it's only because they don't have like two front teeth. So as they breathe, it's just naturally creating that pocket of wind. as you draw attention to yourselves, not really much approach you. They don't really come closer to you to harass you, but you do have some eyes set upon you, but mostly from just the locals, not really authorities. You arrive in the front of Garcia's house, partially open, and from in there you already hear some arguing, the voice of a woman who speaks very loud consonants. It's like very thick, tak, 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 as if they're bullets being loaded onto a machine gun. And just as you arrive in the front of it, you see one guy leave, and as he leaves, he sort of just counts like money very angrily, and then he looks at both of you as you're coming through, and he hops off and just departs down into the docks. The door swings open. You see Garcia, really fat, leaning back, boots up onto the counter, and she has what looks like a turkey bone. She's just sort of picking her into her teeth, and she's wearing today a white shirt, or at least what used to be white shirt. It has pit stains and like under boob stains that's colored yellow, and even
Ew.
in like very minimal light, she just looks like she hasn't bathed in a while. And she looks at you and he says, "Ah, it's you again.
Yes. Hello.
So what do you want now?"
Aware of the city towards the mines, we'll agree to have our pay reduced by a small amount for the fee of getting out of the city. We had more urgent matters to attend to, which is why we didn't deal with it last time.
She props her feet down, leans forward, and you had a fear for a second that the legs of her chair would give way as it sounds like, but it stays. Leans forward onto her desk, looks towards the three of you. "Well, I haven't never seen her before." She looks towards Frigis.
Hello. I've never seen you before either. The name's Fridges, and I'm a friend of these two.
Yes, she
Hmm.
was our prior that thing we had to do. So now that she's here, we're able to fully focus on the task he wanted us have done.
All right, I understand. But can you make this a little bit more clear for me? Are you telling me that you're willing to reduce your pay to go to the mine?
Yes, in return for safe passage out.
Hmm. She leans back. She goes, "What you think about me thinking about you thinking about me, huh?
We think
I
that
know what
you'll
this is
give
about.
us yes.
You guys, you guys are in a bit of heat. You're looking to get out of the trouble.
Yes. But it's
Well,
undeserved.
what do you mean?
We didn't kill those nobles. There were uh, devils that did it, and we hunted them down.
Ah, the nobles. I did not know that that was what it was about. So you are responsible for the missing people, huh?
We
For
are
killing a
not.
lot of those people.
But
Well,
we were
no.
circumstantially over there. And
Could
we
I? Sorry.
yes,
Yeah,
go
go
on.
on.
Go ahead.
Finish your sentence. I'm
Okay.
just gonna want to ask for an
Yeah.
insight check afterwards.
Okay. We were whisked off to save one of the nobles who was taken away by demons. And by the time we returned, a long time has passed. Enough for people to call us the murderers, which is very unfortunate.
Actually, I think we did get. I don't think we forcefully jumped in, but we more of like we got sucked in, right? Anyway,
You know, to me, it
that
just
isn't
sounds like you're
important.
the contrabida of the story.
The what now?
The contrabida of the story, the villain, the person that is in the trouble.
Yes,
That is
that
you.
is how it looks like. But if we were so bloodthirsty, don't you think we would have gone in and killed everything in the mines?
Well, I don't know. But to me, all it seems is that you want to travel outside.
Yes, we have
And
to.
I have the opportunity to make you travel outside.
Yes.
So, like with anything in real life, you thinking about me, thinking about you, thinking about me, huh? We can strike a deal.
Go on.
You don't do that action with your hand. You understand what I mean, huh? I speak very good. You catch up.
Actually, yes.
That's right. Always remember. I'm
Just
thinking
give us
about you,
your
thinking
offer.
about me, thinking about you.
So for the inside check I wanted,
Okay, go
what
ahead.
what was her reaction when she said that we were responsible for the nobles' death? Was she happy that some nobles died? Or
What's your bonus?
0?
Is she happy
No
the
problem.
nobles
Yeah,
died?
relatively.
Or is
Yeah.
she just
You're
happy
not
that we're in
exactly
trouble?
sure if she's happy that you're in trouble or the nobles died, but she does like the information she heard. It seems that she didn't put the two pieces together until you mention it. And when she mentioned it, you saw like her expression change a couple of
Yeah.
times
She
and her
she saw
mind
the
began to.
advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know, I am an honest working woman, huh? So I will offer you safe passage. But like any transaction in this little mundo, you and I must come to a mutual deal. I give you carriage, take you to the mine, but you must pay me something instead.
Not with the safety of your mind?
Safety to travel into my mine. Lady, keep up, will you? It is confusing and tiring to keep on repeating myself.
You want us to deal with what's inside
Yes,
for free?
and I'll also take you there, but you also pay me.
Hmm.
No, I think my proposition was you get us to here, there, we deal with it, and instead of paying us for dealing with it, you still pay us for dealing with it, but you remove a small part for the niceties of travel. And
You see, there is one problem with that situation.
as I say that, I will get out of my components pouch the rolled cloth and unroll it like a surgeon with their tools
Sure.
for
Yeah.
the 3 little things. Listen, we have business to do. We just came out of hell. That mine is related to that, so we can either not have an agreement, get off the city, and don't deal with the mine, and you're losing an enormous amount of money, or you can pay us for the trouble.
You know what? Roll for a persuasion check.
Where's Ender?
No charisma based character anymore.
Hey, 19.
Hey.
Whoa.
Nice.
I see. Yeah. I see that you can comprehend it the way I comprehend. Huh?
Yes. Most important thing for us is options. Most important thing for you is money. Your best money is us clearing the mine. Yes?
See, that is correct. However, what is my guarantee that you just not leave after I give you passage outside the city? You must give me collateral.
You have my word.
No.
We think that what is inside.
I've dealt with many bastardo before you. Many men cannot trust their word. Some say they love you and they leave you, but some they just don't deal with you at all.
How does 50 gold sounds for
Deal.
No. She's a rich, naive woman, as you can see.
No, it is
Please.
too late. I will not go
That
lower than 50 gold.
that does not help.
Lady, I now understand. You are thinking of me, thinking of you, thinking of me. Yeah? 50 gold and we have deal.
No. I have a +1 glaive on my back that I don't use from the fat guy. Remember, Fergus, 50 gold is 500 in this world.
500
I
gold
mean-
in this world.
if we did the job and then we come back and there's still money for us, right?
50 gold is
Waiting.
like 50k baht.
Yeah.
Why we don't want to come back to the city?
We're not getting any money.
I mean, then what should we do?
What?
I don't think.
All right.
Wait,
See, I understand
I
it is
think
an
there was a
impossible
confusion
situation.
somewhere. She said she will agree to pay us a small amount for the work, right? A lesser amount than if it was someone else doing it. how much would she be willing to pay? Because then it's very simple. She can just pay us afterwards. Once it's done, she pays us.
You see, that is normally a very good preposition. However, you also misunderstand. You want to travel out of the city that no one else can offer you. Think of this as if you're thinking of me. If I give you passage outside the city, what guarantee I have? I lose business, I go through trouble, risk for my business with no benefit if you do not deal with the mine. So you offer me collateral? Then maybe we could talk about it.
How do we get back
Instead
our
of the 50
collateral?
gold, 50 gold is a little bit too much. So what if, more reasonable, you give me 20 gold, payment for passage, you go to mine, deal with it. If you come back, I give you back 5 gold. You pay me only 15 for safe passage. How about that?
Can it also include quiet passage? People don't have to know
See,
we
I
were here.
garantizado you will pass by. They all know who I am.
No, I mean no one else knows that we came here.
Ah, you want discretion.
Yes.
Well, you must sweeten the pot.
You can keep the 5 gold and not return it to us.
Deal.
Woman, please.
Our
She's
that
an
means she
obvious
takes
scammer.
so she takes the 20 gold straight. I think that is fine to keep quiet.
See,
we
20 gold up front. I have the wagon. You can go right now.
we really are a
For
woman
20
of
gold, I
business.
would break. You can pay me to break the door. We will get out.
So it's
It looks like
that
to
means
me your senoritas are willing to pay.
we pay her a
We
flat
could just
20
pay and
for
we
her.
could just pay and forget the whole thing, and we just go to the mines and get out. We escape all of this, left it behind.
See, the beautiful senorita. Not only is she hermosa, but she is also quite an intellectual. I
Not
would
in this
follow her if I
regard, I
were you.
feel.
Quite rare to find one as rare as her.
I will just look at the Garcia, then at Friggis and Lisbeth. If you really want to pay her 10 gold each, just for us to get out,
And quiet. No news to the guards.
See, I guarantee Sado, you will not have any problem going out. I will give my men all the proper necessities. I will have a wagon. You hide behind the wagon. Give you crates of fish. They will not even inspect it. They'll just think it's supplies for the miners.
for 20 gold, we can just walk out, give a quarter of that amount to the guards, and be let through.
You can certainly try, but I guarantee you will cause a lot of trouble. You're
I
wanted
don't
men,
know.
no?
I don't know the guards. Are they easier to bribe than those in Miracles Hill?
If you ask her, they
Of
will
course,
not
no,
be.
they are the most strictest people. And you, of course, she's saying like as a
Yes.
tangent to try to sell the deal. Of course not, she's the strictest people. You go out there, they will send you to the gallows. Derecho sa preso, ay garantizado.
That's. We're talking about the Paupers District's guards that are probably already drunk by now.
Oh, but they are the strictest. She starts melting off. It's your decision.
I say we just go out, pay the 1 silver fee to get out of the guards, go to the mine, deal with it, and as payment we loot the shit. The last part I just look at Garcia because she pissed me off.
If you want to try your luck, go ahead. But you have my word right here. If you just pay me 20 gold, your life would go a lot smoother with zero chance of failure. And she leans back on her chair, boot up, and you hear the chair creak back down.
Yeah, she trusts her chair a bit too much.
Shall we? I look to fridges.
I mean, Ragnarok does have a good point, uh, but do we risk the guards?
It's your
Do
money.
we?
I say we risk it. At this point, just to spite Garcia.
Oh. Oh God, why is business talk so hard? I lived for 200 years and have never I have never been in this situation before.
It shows. 50 gold, what were you thinking?
50 gold. That's like 6 months of work for like a layman.
Hey, could you like you be for the cost of like 4 of your spell slots of you going back out and getting us out, you offered her like a couple of villas, a full district, just for it.
You buy like 6 houses.
You know what? I'll just wait outside. How about that? I can't deal with this anymore.
I guess it is now up to the senor and senorita. Senorita, you look like you're strong. Would you take your orders from another man? This
I
old
already said my
washed-up
piece.
individual?
She decides. Stop influencing her, please.
20 gold or the guards? Be wise, senorita. Would you really like to risk all the trouble and get put into the preso?
Ah, I
For the mere
I will
price
speak.
of 20 gintong peraso,
I
you can
would
get away.
give me a moment. I'll try to convince him, and I uh hold and I sort of like uh what do you call that? Sort of like pat Ragnar in the arm, and I say, let's speak up over there.
Well, let me get water while you guys discuss
Yeah.
this.
So Elizabeth says to you, at this point, I'm not sure if we go to the guard, she will actually rat us out.
She will.
Yes, I will just pay the 20 gold. It's a hole that we've already dug.
I
Sorry.
understand. However, purely out of spite, think the best course of action is to just run through the exit, which would remove her the option of writing us out, because that will take time. But it's purely out of spite, yes.
Well, we can leave one or two monster alive by accident if you really
No,
wish to.
no, that would kill workers. We don't want to do that. I just want to spite her personally. I don't want to put people in danger.
That what do
Listen,
you mean by running out the exit? You
we
mean
just go to the exit. What's probably gonna happen is that the couple of guards that will be here will be the guys that did something bad or angered their commander and are already here. They don't like their jobs. They're probably pissed drunk, even though it's 9 in the morning. 1 silver will probably be enough, and if it's not, Frigis could lift us out with 1 spell.
what spell?
I don't know, like polymorph on me, I can carry both. I don't know, something. Don't worry about it.
All right, so just let me know what you guys decide, okay?
But yeah, Elizabeth is gonna say, how about you try to think of another way to screw her that will not link back to us?
How far away from this place is the door to outside?
10-minute walk. Couple of houses, but not that far.
Like 10 minutes?
10 minutes, yeah.
Shit, we can just go, see how the door is doing, how many guards there are. If it's too much, we come back, we accept.
Okay, we head to the door to have a look at the mine.
Not even need for a perception check, just sort of get closer. There's one by the watchtower, 3 on the ground.
Is the door open or closed?
It's like it's a half open, so it's a it's a pushback door. It's very big, enough to fit like a Trojan horse, but it's open partially, and each like vessel going in and out is briefly inspected.
Yeah, see, we can just run through.
At this point, I approached Lisbeth from the back. Like, guys,
Yeah.
how flashy can we be? But do you think I can? I think I can turn into a giant eagle and carry us out.
See, told you, magic.
You want to fly across the mountain?
The walls, at least. That could work, right?
The walls itself is about 20 feet, not too tall.
I mean, a giant eagle with carrying two people is going to attract attention, isn't it?
I have a good idea. I can make a distraction.
What kind?
I will go through the door.
I
That's simple.
how about this? How about this? I think you two be better to walk out the door while I make a distraction. You know, flashy fireworks.
What? We try to. There's the possibility of them not even knowing what's happening in the upper district is quite possible. So how about me and Lisbeth try to go out? If something starts to go bad, then you do the distraction, and we just run through, and we meet at the mine outside.
That
I
could
think
work.
we're making it way more complicated that it needs
Yeah, we're making it way more
to be. Yes,
complicated than it makes.
let's just go. Just remember, don't kill anybody, and we're fine.
Okay,
That's
That
it.
should
so
be on a t-shirt.
Yes.
so which plan are we doing? The Sparky Boom Boom plan?
I give my arm to Lisbeth to take.
I sigh and
Come on.
I take his arm. It's
Yeah.
like, well, whatever it is.
Come on. We just got out of hell. How hard can it be to get out of the city? Let's.
Eh,
You guys need to be more joyful. Everything will work out. We just have to believe it. It's fine.
Hell was temporary.
Yes.
This is
So our cities is.
a lasting impact. All right.
No, it's
All right,
not.
so are we good?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So just to correct, only at this time, only Ragnak and Lisbeth are traveling outside of the city gates, correct?
Yes.
What about?
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Ragnak and Lisbeth, hand in hand. You see this old 35, almost 40 looking man with a white gray beard and a relatively young, about a 28-year-old. Is that correct, Lisbeth? How old is your character?
Yeah, about 28.
28-year-old woman, brunette, in heavier armor, sort of arm clasped around this older man. And you're traveling through the city. As you're traveling, you see multiple wagons coming back and forth. Some people on foot with big, gigantic packs onto them, and some even just like buckets with items at the side. And you can see the guards are there, sort of briefly talk to each one, sort of checking as it passes by. Some people are sort of like ask like, "Where are you going?" And as you come closer and come closer, you see that one of the guards approaches you. The door itself is about 15 feet wide, so you can easily burst through. But as you're traveling, one of the guards approaches you, the one that's on the right side of the door, and comes closer to you. And the other two start inspecting those who are coming in and out. It's a two-way lane. The ones going out are sort of put on a pause behind you as they sort of ask you, one of the guards, okay, sige, taga saan kayo pupunta? It's not speaking in common, speaking in Tarugan.
We're going out. We don't have any merchandise on us.
Where are you going, Fred?
To the mines. We have business.
Mines.
Yes.
Business.
Yes.
That place is quite dangerous now.
We know.
I
We're armored.
Yeah, I point to my armor. We'll be fine. We are there to scout out to see how dangerous it is and if we can actually
And
quell it.
you doing this because you paid?
Mm.
Yes.
Who pay you?
But one.
Fat, fat lady?
Garcia.
You work for Garcia?
Yes.
Why are you on foot?
Cut costs.
A ride out of the city is way too expensive.
Yeah, I was like, cut costs.
Mm, you must be very poor. Make a persuasion check.
In case it doesn't go well, 6 by the way, so it's not. I'm reaching into my 0. As I was saying, I have my hand in my coin purse,
Okay.
already getting stuff out.
All right. You can see that he's obviously not believing you. He starts looking around and he starts calling the other people's attention. But before he does, he sees that you have a coin and he says, really, you're not with Garcia, are you?
We are. We're
Mm.
really unhappy about it.
Maybe you can convince me somehow. Give me more information.
Listen, we just talked to Garcia for 20 minutes. Just tell me how much. Don't do the same thing she did.
How much you got?
I take out 14 silver coins.
Twice that.
What did he say?
Twice that.
Twice that. Doble.
Twice. Mm.
There you go.
How far away are we from the opening in the door?
15 feet away. You're still on the inside, about 15 feet.
Yeah. Say, I just start pushing Lisbeth out and say, platinum for everyone, and I toss the 14 coins in the air and start rushing out.
Oh, frick. As you toss 15 platinum for everyone, you toss silver coins. It looks like
yeah.
He tosses silver, but he says it's platinum.
Yeah.
Yes.
As you say platinum for everyone, you toss the silver and it looks like platinum. For a split second, there's this obvious commotion that immediately takes place. You even see like a horse-drawn carriage go stop for a second, and there's suddenly this chaos. The guard sees it and then sees you running. He's sort of seen a little bit of this before. Make an athletics check with advantage as you make a bit of commotion, both of you, to see if you can beat his check to try and catch you before you go.
He probably like shit, but I have a +10, so it should be fine. 19.
Hold on, where is it?
Alright, what about
Athletics,
Lisbeth?
right?
Yes.
Don't forget it's advantage.
Okay, thank you.
I will to
14.
help us. Who's the guy that has the lever to close the gate?
It's not really a lever, it's more like a manual close from the upstairs.
Then I will just
Cut the
blood
rope?
curse of.
Okay.
I will just blood curse of binding one of the two, so he's stopped before
Okay. Alright,
being
okay.
able to
No
reach.
problem. Okay. Did you roll with advantage on your athletics?
Yeah,
just in case you
14.
might
9
roll a
and
20?
14.
No, I mean Ragnar.
Okay.
Yeah. I rolled 9 and 3, so 19.
Okay. Alright. I wasn't loading on my. With the 19 and 14, you guys are able to dash past that guy. But as you dash past one guy, you suddenly hear him scream, "Sarapin yung bituan!" And then the guy suddenly go, and you cast your cursed blood of binding, and you hear from one side go, and then the other stops. So you see one door closing, but the other stays ajar. You're rushing off past him. You see him get past, but then after about 6 seconds, he continues, and then you hear them shouting, "Oh, and there's some people on the outside of the gate that you're passing through. You're pushing past as you're making your way through. Frigis, you're on the inside. You see that the door is now closed, and you saw Frigis and Ragnar leave. What do you do?
Lisbeth's already out of the
Both of
wall,
them, yes.
right? Okay.
Yeah,
So I am how close am I to the wall?
Right now, 15 feet, same as before.
15 feet. How
Oh, sorry,
set is
no.
the wall?
You're 10 minutes away from the wall as you stood outside of Garcia's house.
Ah, I see.
Yeah,
Oh,
she was with us. We were discussing the plan of the eagle.
I thought that was about like right in front of Garcia's house. No,
No, we
it
were
could be
at
about
the
5 minutes away. Like it could be close.
it's all right. I'll turn into a raven and
Mhm.
flies out. Polymorph
Okay.
myself and
Make stuff with
fly
advantage
out.
just to see how inconspicuous you are,
Stealth with advantage.
because there aren't really ravens in this area.
Oh, then what's the most common bird I can find around?
Roll a nature if you would know.
Okay,
What about
eagle.
perception, maybe?
hold on.
Does he see any birds around?
Nature
Not from here, no.
18.
Other than a condor would have been fine.
What's a condor?
It's like
I
an
don't even know
eagle.
It's
what.
the same thing. It's like an eagle.
Okay, I'll turn into a condor.
Okay. Make a stuff with advantage, since you are pretty much unknown also.
Bruh!
Oh,
Wait, this is not an
Ah.
advantage.
Yeah.
Hold on. This is
all
not
right,
an
with advantage, with advantage. You get
Yeah.
to do one more. If this is another natural one.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, that's perfect. It's actually equal because I also rolled a 20, but since it's contested, it means nothing changes. So right now they're all focused on the situation. You rolled a 20, they rolled a 20, but they don't notice you because if it's an equal check, the situation doesn't change. So you're flying off, you're able to move out. Good thing you rolled a 20, otherwise that would have been a very different story. And you move outside into the city. Eventually, Lisbeth and Ragnak are able to move past the crowd, and you hear a lot of the crowd sort of cussing you as you're going through, like, why is the door closed? Well, what is going on? Ay, de puta de madre. And sort of like bothering, and they see you pushing past them and still figuring out, trying to get on their day. But you're able to get past them about after 5 minutes of running, and you're not chased or anything like that. As you're walking past, I assume still brisk walking towards the mountainside, you see a condor flying above you, just hovering. Do you guys want to do anything or just continue to stride towards the mine?
Stridius? We just walk.
Ragnar, yeah,
No reason to
Ragnar's a
stop.
bit like,
Pissed.
yeah, pissed. Fucking cities of hagglers. This one's haggling. The nobles are haggling. The Bestan that would give his life for Enderall is haggling with us.
I guess that's why Andrew's
Cars
good
are
with
haggling.
words.
Have you
Yes.
met Spanish people or Filipinos? They're pretty much the same. I can get away with it. Don't cancel me. Ane.
I flies down and circles.
Mhm.
Kaka!
It's such a weird sounding caca that you distinctly know it's for this.
That's not how.
It sounds like a caca, but in a very human way, not so much an animalistic way.
Yeah. That's
You
not
take
how it
about
works.
40. Go ahead, sorry.
No, that's not how it sounds.
It's the right sound, but the wrong process of making
Pronunciation.
the sound. Yeah, like pronunciation. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You take
Yeah.
about 45 minutes traveling from here to the area where the mines you've heard. Actually, you've been there before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've scouted out a little bit of it. You already see the outskirts, and you see there's this just one. It's not a watchtower, but like a tower made out of very basic wood, probably used by the overseer of whoever would be in the mine. You can see currently that it's empty. The mine itself is quite big of an entrance. You can imagine it's about 20 feet in diameter, so it's quite big. Well, 10 feet in diameter, so it's quite big and quite tall. But you see a sign hanging from above it, peering down, and bawal pumasok dito, basically, is what's written. It's a little bit hard because Enderl was supposed to be here to translate that. But go ahead and make a general intelligence check to see if you can somehow ascertain from what you've been hearing the whole time you've been in Taruga versus the words that are in front of you.
22.
Okay. What about for this? You can still do this
I'm,
as a bird, but you just can't
I'm
talk.
still a bird. Hold on.
Okay, so you're not even gonna try.
What's
I'm gonna
eagle's
I'm gonna
intellect?
eat some worms.
All right. Okay. Okay. With this, for Ragnarok, you've heard a little bit of the words before, context clues. You figure it just means like no entry, danger, attention, that sort of thing. And some of the entrances are barricaded down. There seems to be 0 people in here.
Perfect. Just as before.
What do you guys do?
I look at the bird to see if it lost itself.
It's in a corner eating worms from the deserty sand.
I turn back into my old form, human form. It's kind of like pasta when you think about it.
Okay.
What?
No,
Well, that
it's
went
fine.
well.
Okay. See, I told you we're overthinking it. 50 gold, 20 gold. See, less than 1.5.
And now
Done.
she's gonna
How much do
tell
you
the guards
pay
about us,
for?
though.
I
I
already
thought you
told the
paid.
guards where we are going. She can do anything.
Oh, fine.
I thought you paid like 50. Did you throw your platinum away?
No, that was silver. Looked like platinum in the sun.
I mean,
Pretty
yeah,
smart. I'll give you that.
yeah.
Thanks. Right now. Well, let's get going then.
Yes.
Yeah.
The faster we are at it, the more we can loot gemstones to piss Garcia off.
Here's one thing. It took how much? An hour? Almost an hour of walking to here. And do you think if there's a possibility that they'll be sending guards to catch us?
At the
Set us?
exit, once we're finished,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a possibility.
And
I mean, they're going to
what do
come
you?
after the monsters as well,
We're not
so
gonna we're not gonna
they're
kill the guards again.
No, we just listen. The guards won't enter. If they didn't enter a house, they won't enter the mines. They just keep watch outside, if at all. We just have to be sure that we are healthy as we exit,
yes.
and then just negotiate.
I don't think that's gonna be the case. The healthy part and the
You're so
negotiate part.
negative, Regis.
I mean, I'm just looking at the possibility that we are practically criminals again.
I
We are not
know.
practically criminals. We are criminals.
No.
Yes, we are.
What do you mean we are trying to avoid being criminals again?
If the state says we're criminals, then we are criminals.
I don't think we're going to be that lucky in Newcastle where our names are suddenly being cleared of all charges.
They don't have options that far. It's a different country. Nobody cares. I don't plan on going back there anytime soon.
Oh boy.
Let's just go into the mine. Come on.
Yeah, let's just go to the mines.
All right.
Light up my sword and start getting the barricade out, like we did last time.
Okay.
Last time, I think someone opened to us. So we probably have a basic idea of how to get back in.
Actually, as you come in through, there's only very like quick barricades that are placed through. It's mostly just junk that has been placed into the area itself rather than really an actual ceiling of the place. And as you're here, you could see from the entrance of the cave, something starts peering out. And you begin to hear this coming in. And as you're here, you're still into about a couple of feet away from the watchtower. You could also hear suddenly the sound of movement going in from the watchtower itself. And from here, you suddenly make sense to you that there are creatures sort of loitering about. Roll for initiative.
Oh boy.
And this is what you currently see. Sorry, I tried to do my best, but the drawing aspect of the VTT is not that great compared to the application that I use. But this is basically what you see. This would be the entrance of the cave right here.
Oh, okay.
And this is a like boxes put up into containers and crates. There's only one free space, which would be this one right here. I'll draw an arrow just so it's clear. And there's a watchtower off up to your left. And from here, you could see this coming through. Where is it? There we go.
You know, collects his swords. I'm sure it's just a couple of goblins. Don't worry.
As you do, it's similar to the creatures you have seen before inside Monticello's mansion.
Ah, fuck. So they are here
Weird little
too.
goblins, Ragnarok.
Flying goblins.
Well, at least we're right to come
Really?
here, because it seems related. I say as I take out my battle axe.
Okay. Then we are into combat once more. Sorry, this was a really quick drawing. I'm so sorry it's ugly, but we'll just deal with
It's
that.
okay.
It's not.
Deal with it!
It's not, really. It's not.
All right. Here we go.
Could you put me at 8 initiative since I would go before Lisbeth, please?
Okay. Let me do that for you.
Wait, what was that?
We both rolled 7, but I have a higher modifier,
Okay.
so. If you want to go first, please go. I don't have
No,
a.
no, no. Please
Does-
go first.
I'm an old man with no range options.
All right.
You can go.
Okay. With that, the creature sees you as it comes out, and almost immediately, as it peers down from this cavernous entrance, you see it already having the trident next to it, and suddenly this orange light just flies straight towards Frigis. And as it goes towards Frigis, Frigis is able to? Not able to? What's your AC?
Right now, 15.
Hits. It
Ah,
hits you as strikes you straight onto the shoulder. Most of it glances away and just scorches just the very top of your shoulder blade.
I'll cast shield.
Okay.
But that will be
As
20.
it starts making contact with you, you raise your hand out and cancel out most of the brunt of the attack. The creature begins to move over here and starts flying. So this creature is flying over here, 20 feet. And with that, it is now your turn.
Oh, that's the one that shoots me.
Yes, that's right.
yelled at it and say, "Not today!" Blade Song first.
All right.
That will be
I'll
plus
change the
5
color.
now, so it's 20 AC now.
Okay.
And then
All right.
I'll deal with you last. I'll walk towards the one to the left and starts I just start stabbing with my tiny new rapier.
Sure.
Nice. 25 to hit
Hits.
with 11.
11. All
Another
right.
one. 16 to hit.
Hits.
Yeah. Nice. That's a 12. Wow, this rapier is really doing wonders.
All right. As you remember, though, as they have these very smooth carapace in front of them, you stab them twice, but most of the impact gets brunted off to the side as they're resistant to piercing. But they do
Alright.
suffer quite a bit of damage.
Alright, these
Right.
bitches that I have absolutely no way of doing.
All right.
Resistant to piercing, immune to cold damage. Yeah.
All right. What do you do? Do you do anything else, Emmy?
That's it.
All right. With that, this creature that's in front of you begins to fly. You can take an attack of opportunity if you would like. And it only flies for 15 feet. Sorry, I think that by accident. And shoots you as well once. Do you take an attack of opportunity as it flies upwards?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. It, however, misses, so not much of a problem there.
Oh god,
Uh,
that's 13.
Yeah, it does misses as well. It ends its turn. The next one, however, flies straight towards the middle of Lisbeth and Frigis, and it decides on who it attacks. 1 to 2 on Ragnak. It decides on Ragnak and tries to pierce you as well. You were able to react quickly enough that it misses also. Ragnak, what do you do?
Just go a bit to the side. The armor deflects it itself. Then just
Alright.
go with both hands on it. Ha! Won't be useless this fight. Attack. 17 to hit.
It's
13 damage. Radiant.
that's 26.
Still alive.
Yep.
Yeah, just in case it matters, I will advance 10 feet to flank with Lisbeth and attack on the second one. Just as
That's
it's
right.
blinded,
It's
I go
advantage
in.
here.
Yeah. As it's blinded, I go behind it to go in its blind spot.
Yeah.
29 to hit.
Hits for sure.
Connected? Cause
Okay.
yeah.
Try to reload the page and let me know.
Yep. Give me a moment.
It's been a while since I heard the soundtrack. Since I couldn't use it when you were in hell.
Yeah, I think my internet is slipping a bit.
Okay. Well, we'll do Theater of Mind for you then. Is that
But
okay?
yeah, I'm still trying to open again.